Welcome back. This is our second video tutorial here on Google Earth here. Once again, my name is Tim Saunders. I'm a 4th grade teacher at Walpi Elementary. And here we're looking at our Google Earth EGR blog. This is hopefully going to be a good resource for us as we move forward with exploring Google Earth for the rest of this school year and beyond. I've just got a real bare bones site up right now. I hope to have these videos up by the time we get this posted and by the time we finish up our session. But what we're looking at here is Google Earth Lit Trips, Google Earth Real World Math, Season Change, World War II historical maps, and historical political maps. These links are just some good things for you to check out, ways you can kind of supplement and add to your Google Earth experience. One thing that I really highly recommend, especially if you're a language arts teacher, and you wouldn't really think of language arts as a real tool for Google Earth. You know, obviously it's going to be a really great, fantastic geography program. You can do some good science stuff, especially with Google Mars, Google Moon, and Google Sky. But language arts, there's actually some pretty cool things you can do here. Google Earth Lit Trips, it's a really well put together site. They have a lot of great links and great downloads that you can add to Google Earth. This is linked off of Google's website. All the downloads are safe. If you click on K5 here, as a 4th grade teacher and knowing that our 4th grade language arts teacher, Mary Follett, is working on Paddle to the Sea with our 4th grade right now, this is a great website with some great supplemental material here. Here are some of the books that they have Google Earth add-ons for. Scroll down, we scroll down, we scroll down. Here's Paddle to the Sea. When we click on that, we get more information about it. And you download this thing here. It says paddletothe.sea.kmz. This is the file that's going to load directly into your Google Earth program. I've already got it loaded. And you can see here in places, I've got all these different things that I've loaded in here as examples. Paddle to the Sea. If I click on that, highlight it right here, you see all these little icons pop up along with a red line that actually shows us Paddle to the Sea and the route that they took. So I'm going to double click on Paddle to the Sea. Here it shows us the cover of the book, gives us some background information and a few links to click on. Well, let's open up this plus button here and see what we can find. If I click on Chapter 1, we get some information about how Paddle to the Sea came to be. As it zooms in, we can see the Canadian countryside kind of filling in a bit. We're at a bit of an angle here, and we're not facing true north. We can fix that by clicking on our north button. We kind of reorient ourselves to facing true north. When I click on the icon, I get more information. I've got keywords, I've got discussion questions, I've got some links, more lessons. This is pretty good. I mean, not great. I mean, it depends on how we use it. And of course, we want to modify it and tailor it for our classrooms. But man, it's a great jumping off point, if nothing else, just to see the actual route that was taken. This button is really cool here. For Paddle's Journey to the Sea, we double click on it. It actually kind of flies us through the first 4 chapters, and we can see chapters 1 all the way through 5 here. We can go further along the line by clicking down the next spot into Lake Superior, crossing the border into Canada, and they have with that yellow line there, the border between Canada and the United States, the west end of Lake Superior, and on and on and on we go. All along the spot there, at every chapter, they've got supplemental materials for you to check out. Through the Sioux Locks, down Lake Michigan, back up Lake Michigan. And we can go, I'm kind of skipping ahead here because we want to keep rolling here. All the way out and across the Atlantic Ocean. Pretty neat thing to help kind of visualize for the students exactly how this trip was and how long it took. I mean, if you want to see it from a global perspective, pulling back from the Earth really puts that journey into perspective. Another fantastic book that I absolutely love and love reading to my students is Walk Two Moons. They have, from the same group, a pretty good look at the trip that Sal and her grandparents take across the United States. They have thumbtacked along the way here, every place that they stop, and man, they really, really get into it. Let's take a look here in Wisconsin. There we are here. If we can get to Ella's. There's a Steep and Brew, actually. If we double click on the Steep and Brew here, we're a little bit off on that. They actually get us to the actual Steep and Brew that they stop at in Walk Two Moons. To me, that's pretty impressive. To continue to double click. There we go. There's the logo for the place. I mean, there's their website. A few questions there you can ask your students. You know, I mean, obviously you can come up with better questions yourselves, but these KMZ files are all over the internet. And one of the goals I have for our blog is we'd like to make a place where we can go and we can add as many possible links as we can to useful KMZ files that we've added ourselves. Now, obviously, this is just introduction to Google Earth. If we really got under the hood and started working on Google Earth, we'd probably come up with a whole bunch of cool KMZ files ourselves. And it can be done. And it can also be done by students. So there actually are quite a few really exciting, amazing things that we can do with Google Earth. A little more than an Eyster map, and pretty quick and pretty immediate. Once you get used to using it as a tool, it can be a pretty powerful addition to your classroom. Let me know what you come up with. It's kind of an exciting tool, and it'd be fun to see what the teachers of East Grand Rapids come up with it as well. Thanks for tuning in. Email me if you have any more questions or problems or amazing solutions, and we'll share it and put it up on the blog.